everyone. Today is,
That's why you will buy a dog, die alone.
and let's get right into our next delusional modern woman.
How old are you?
I'm 29.
So what do you got on the topic?
So, you were talking about like having a high value man, and
Well, the question I asked is, why should the top 10 to 15% of men care what the bottom 80 to 85% of women want? Or
The answer to that would be they shouldn't and they don't, but they don't know that.
say,
I think that they should care because it's like a difference in mindset between
And that's the problem right there.
them and then the top 15% of women, you know? So when you
You're
start
damn right there's a difference in mindset. Those top men work to get up there, and those 80% women just want to be taken and swept off their feet for nothing.
to notice what those type of women want, it gives you more value in the top 15% of women.
they don't want them.
Yeah, that doesn't make any sense at all.
Yeah, I mean, but it's like, you know,
No. If you were,
Now
if
she
you
starts
were,
looking up in the air because she's thinking magically, not logical, and that's the problem.
a 10, let me
Okay.
just do this. If you were a 10,
Okay.
universally a 10, would you honestly care about what an average man thought?
Nope.
I mean, it depends on what I do.
Nope.
But
No.
for the most part, no.
Thank you for
Not the cap.
relationships. Why is it different for you if you were a 10?
I mean, because it's like, it just depends on what you do. Like,
No, it
these
doesn't.
celebrity
We're talking
guys,
about.
they,
I'm not
they
talking
need
about.
fans.
I'm not talking about celebrity guys.
Okay.
I'm talking about VP of Mergers and Acquisition. I'm talking about the business class.
But those guys cheat on their wives with the lower women.
And that's the old trope right there. Like, where is she getting that from? Is that from like a movie? Is that from like a TV show? Because that's not really reality.
But who's the wife?
True.
See, let me tell you something. The wives don't care.
And that's the thing, though. I'm gonna let him say it. I already know what he's gonna say.
Melinda Gates didn't care that Bill was cheating because she was the wife. And
That's the thing, though. When you're at that kind of level with a man like that, you already know what it is. He's got millions. He's holding you down. You know for a fact he's doing stuff on the side. And those wives that are with those husbands, they know what it is. But they're smart enough to know, hey, I'm going to deal with that because my life is set. I'd rather deal with this than be on the streets having to fend for myself. That's the thinking. But these women right here that he's talking to, they want it all. They want to control everything. They want to suppress you from being able to sleep with other women. They want to control every part of you. And that's why you stay away from women like this.
girl that was cheating is the side chick. See, what you prove is that women don't like the double standard.
They don't. They don't like the double standard, but they'll be so quick to put a man in a friend zone, right? They don't like when a man makes you for the streets and makes you for recreational use, but you put a man in a friend zone, which is the same exact equivalent.
You're good with being a 10 and not caring what an average guy, because you know there's no way in hell you would marry him, screw him, or anything. But yet,
Yep.
you feel as though the men should care about what average women think. Just because, what?
And where's the logic in that? Just because they're women, that's what it is. Women think they should be treated like queens and princesses, all because they're women. Okay, but if you're a woman, you have to be a good woman. You can't just be a woman and get these benefits. You have to be bringing something to the table that men actually want.
Because they'll have sex with him?
Yeah.
And
No.
that's the thing. Because they'll have sex with them. All right. If these women don't realize, men will have sex with just about anything that walks the earth. If there's a woman out there that'll allow a man to have sex with her, that man is going to have sex with that lady. But it doesn't work the other way. Women don't just let anybody have sex with them. You have to amount to something that they're looking for to even give you a shot to even talk to them. But men, we're not like that.
No. That just means you're an orgasm.
Exactly. That's what it is. These women don't understand. Just because a man wants to sleep with you, that doesn't mean anything. Does he want to make you his wife? Does he at least want to make you his main girlfriend and keep you around for a while? If he doesn't want to do those two things, you have failed.
Sorry, I
Because male game is getting the woman, but female game is keeping the man after you have sex with him. That's what it is. Can you keep that man after he has sex with you? Are you interesting enough? Do you know how to cook? Are you feminine? Are you attractive? Are you all these things that are going to keep a man around? If not, I can't help you.
hilarious. Because
Well,
they
what
spend
state-
so much time.
What state do you live in?
California,
What city?
LA.
Go out.
And
drive
that's why she's in LA. She's delusional. All the women in LA are delusional. Doesn't matter how ugly, how skinny, how fat, how pretty. They're all delusional out there. They all think they're movie stars. They all think they're hot shit, but they're really just plain. Well, not all of them, but a lot of them are plain. Unless you're really a movie star or you're on a magazine cover, you're average. And there's nothing wrong with that. Most of us are average.
around LA and count the number of adult, the female, the strip clubs that are for men, and let's count the strip clubs that are for women.
I don't think there are any strip clubs that are for women out there. They're all for men.
Literally, I don't think there even is a women's strip club anymore.
See, she said it
Thank
too.
you.
There used to be one.
Why do you
And
think
it's
that it
not.
is?
Because women
Because
are
women can get sex for nothing. They don't have to pay to get access to that. Women don't have to pay to get access to men at all. But men, we have to pay to get access to women at will. If we want them right that second, we got to go to a strip club. Or you call a hooker. Or OnlyFans.
money like that on men. They're looking for men to spend money on them.
Men understand. First off, you don't like the fact that a man will have sex with an average woman, but he ain't gonna marry her.
Yep.
That's what strip
Okay.
clubs and whores are for.
What about the NBA players?
Why does she always do that? She goes back to the movie stars and the NBA players. Literally a 0.5% of our globe. Like, these are people you'll never even come across. And if you do, they're not going to marry you. Let's talk about people that we actually come across. Everyday people.
I'm
That
not
are
talking
marrying
about. I'm
these
not talking.
low average
Okay, I need
women.
you to understand something. I need you to focus, please.
And who is she talking about? She just making up some fabricated story that she just wants to help make her point. But there's really no basis to it at all.
Okay.
Please stop asking me about celebrities,
Right.
entertainers, and athletes. Can you stick to the people that we are?
Right.
Yeah, but who can I give you an example of that you would
Well-
know?
Well, I
Anyone.
don't care about them because their world is different.
Right, okay.
That
A
would be
lot
like
of
me
them
say-
have
that would
average
be like-
looking
that-
women though at home.
I don't give a shit. See, the problem is if you have to stick to the conversation right here, you can't win.
Yeah, and that's the thing. We, all our women, they have this need to be right. They gotta be right, even if they're wrong. They just need to be right.
Because that's no different than me sitting around talking about Rihanna, and Beyonce, and Saweetie. Do you know them?
No, I mean I've been to their parties, but
Thank
no,
you,
I
That
but
don't-
doesn't mean nothing. You paid to go to their party to see them. They don't know you. They weren't like, girl, can you come to this party? No, they don't know you.
Paid them.
You see how she looked away to be like, oh, no, but I went to one of their parties. Like, who cares? Like, no one cares.
I didn't pay them.
Did you get the point?
Somebody paid them for you to get there.
Yeah, I guess so.
Thank you.
They
I'm
didn't
talking
invite
about
your
the kind of
ass?
men that you would be competing with somebody else for. See, that's the, you ladies don't like to stay in reality because you just want to be right.
Mm-hmm.
Mm,
Yep.
Are you married?
no.
Do you want to be married?
Yes.
Do you
Nope.
want children?
Yes.
Nope.
Do you think your husband will be a musician, an actor, or an athlete?
Probably.
She belongs to the streets.
She didn't even pick one. She just said probably because she's just looking for the easy life. She just wants a musician or an athlete or an entertainer. That's what she wants. This girl is literally for the streets,
She
man.
belongs to the streets.
I'm serious.
And then she
Probably.
laughs about it. This ain't funny. Like, this is on the internet forever. Like, I feel bad for anyone associated with her. And if she has kids, I feel bad for them even more.
Those are the men that I've dated.
Okay, you've dated them, but they're not going to marry you. You're 29 already. If they wanted to marry you, they would have married you when you were 23 at your hottest. Why would they marry you now? Right now, they look at you as a dumb bimbo because that's what you are. Look at what the things you say. Look at the things you do.
29.
No.
I don't know. I mean,
I don't know.
I have a pretty good resume.
Meanwhile, this is a multi-millionaire, a high-value man telling her, like, he wouldn't even give her a shot of the day. And there are better-looking and richer men than him. They ain't taking you either.
May.
Of dicks, yeah.
Yeah. See, that's not the same thing, lady. Getting dicks is not the same thing. It's not hard for you to get penises. It's not hard at all. You literally can walk out of your apartment and yell out, I'm giving away free vagina, and you'll have hordes of men running over to have sex with you. But then once they get that post-nut clarity, they're leaving. They're not going to stay and deal with you because you're crazy. You're batshit crazy.
Look, it's nice.
Yeah, your roster of dead dicks is nice, but you got no wedding rings.
At all.
No.
See, she's a failure. Ladies, if you can't hold down a man, if you can't keep a husband, if you can't at least be a main girlfriend, like I said earlier, you're a failure. You failed at life. Because the main point of living is to procreate and to couple up. If you haven't done that, you failed at a basic thing in life.
Because you're a side chick.
No, I've actually been proposed to before.
Oh, she's a proposal queen. Oh, but you're still a side chick. Doesn't matter. You could have been proposed to 19 times. You're still not a wife. Someone probably tried to make you a wife, but they realized you ain't one, so they left.
And
Is it
I
before or after the orgasm?
Exactly.
actually,
That's what I was gonna say. Which one is it? But let's see what she says.
the funny thing is, the one guy who proposed
The
to me,
one
I
guy.
didn't
So
have-
how many proposals were there? And this isn't something to be proud of.
She belongs to the streets.
Like, what are we talking about here?
have sex with him.
Now, was this...
And that's
and all
probably
joking
why he
aside,
left. You didn't have sex with him, so you want this guy to stick around, and you ain't sleeping with him, and you dangling sex in his face. What did you expect was gonna happen? He resented you for making him wait, and then you gave him the sex. He had sex with you, and he left. This is why you don't make men wait. And if you really do like them, if you like the man, don't hold back. Because if you're holding back for no reason, it's fake. And men understand that. They realize that, and they're gonna act accordingly. Do not do that.
all right, but
Yeah.
was this when you were in college, or was this after
No,
college?
I was about 27.
So 2 years ago, look at how she like says, I was about 27. It's almost like she's a 50-year-old woman telling the story. This was literally 2 years ago, maybe less.
Like about 2 years ago.
And did he play professional sports or like Canadian basketball? Or,
No, he played in the NBA.
and okay, and if you turned him down,
So he
Why?
played in the NBA. Why would you turn an NBA player down? If that makes any sense to anyone, would any woman in their right mind turn an NBA player down? Like, it makes no sense at all. Like, it does. Like, I can't even like pretend to follow that. But let's see where this goes.
Because he had 7 kids with 6 different women. And I didn't
You
I
want
mean,
can't make
okay.
one-
I mean, if that's what it was, all right, I can get behind you turning that down. But that's the point, though. That's your option. That's the option you had. The only option you had was a man with 7 kids and 6 different baby mamas, and that's what you had as an option to turn down. So this is how bad it's gotten.
this shit up. You can't make this shit up.
I didn't want to be the
So
wife.
why in the hell would you deserve what you get? That's why we laugh at women like that. I ask you if you want to be married, do you want to have kids? And when I ask you, do you think your husband's going to be in this group of men who tend to live this lifestyle? You say yes, and that's what you ultimately pick for. Instead of going over and dating men over on the business side, because here's the problem. You can't handle a man over here because
Not
you
only can't she handle them, they view guys like that as nerds and goofies and geeks, right? But all the nerds and goofies and geeks run the world. They got the world spinning right now. They have all the money.
got to be more than just cute.
I have more than that to offer.
Yeah,
Well,
right.
then why are you putting yourself in a group of men who you say do these things?
I don't know. In LA, it just seems like that's just everybody, you know.
Excuse me?
She had the audacity to say that's just everybody. That's just how closed minded her world is. For her to say everyone is like that. There are like, statistically, a third of men don't even get any action at all with women. So she clearly doesn't know what she's talking about. She's just speaking from the men that she dealt with and the actions that they bestowed upon her. So she's trying to project that on everyone else. But no, those are just the men you choose, sweetie.
Like we're
The dating scene is only NFL, NBA, music, and acting.
Right.
That's the
See,
entire
that's the
dating
entire dating scene, right? Just actors and entertainers. Everyone else, they're just invisible. See what I mean? How delusional she is?
scene.
no. I mean, everybody else is like, you know, Uber drivers or
So if you're not that, then you're an Uber driver. Oh my God. Now you see why she's alone, right? Like, who the hell can have a conversation with someone like this? Like, so ignorant and just not even thinking for a second. Like, just spewing nonsense. Like, now you realize why a lot of these women are single when they just talk. 20 minutes of talking shows you.
you know, DoorDash drivers, and I make a decent amount
And the
of
thing
money
is,
myself.
she's not even a bad looking woman either. That's the sad part. But she is completely just shot, broken, just completely out of order.
So it's just like I
Guys, I
don't.
swear to God, I didn't pay her. I swear to God, I
Yeah,
didn't
I
pay her.
believe me. I don't think he did. They come like this a lot.
It's like I don't want to date somebody who makes less or does less than me.
That's called hypergamy. We talk about all the time. That's not anything special. Most women are hypergamous. But the thing is, she has no leverage right now, but she doesn't know it.
Did you go to college?
Yes,
Where'd you graduate from?
USC,
What do you do for
She
it?
had the leverage 10 years ago.
TV film.
What does that
Like
mean?
I'm doing 2 movies at the end of the month.
Are you an actress or are you in front of the camera or behind?
An actress. Yeah.
I don't believe that. You see how she looked up in the air and looked
Okay.
away? I
I
don't
make a
believe.
good amount of money for
So
what I
what?
She's
do.
full of shit, man.
Congratulations.
She's a
And I
straight
go
up
to
liar.
like
Man,
a lot
but
of
but
events and
understand.
stuff, so
No, I need you to listen.
Now she's going
Men
off
don't
talking
care
about
about
herself
your
like
money.
anyone
Men pick
cares.
woman based upon what?
their
Looks.
looks and what they have to offer.
No, their looks and
The
their body.
looks.
That's
Yeah.
where it starts.
The looks in the
Yeah.
body.
So, on the scale, how tall are you?
I'm 5'10",
Dress size?
about 4.
So see, she's got a decent looking face, decent figure, and she still can't keep a man. So what does that tell y'all?
How much did you weigh last time you weighed yourself?
160.
I mean, she could lose like 10, 20 pounds, but other than that, she's
If you had to rank yourself on a scale from 0 to 10, you can't use 7. Fresh face out of the shower, your hair. What would you give yourself?
Okay, and I consider a 10 to be. I know you don't consider Beyonce to be a 10.
she's
okay?
not a 10. She's had 2
But
kids, and she's
I
married,
consider
and she's
Beyonce
an
to
older
be a
woman.
10.
She's
don't
not a
care.
10. Beyonce's
Jennifer
not a
Alba
10.
to be
Sorry.
a 10. I would rank
Beyonce is
myself
not
at
a
a
10
9.
at all. Beyonce is not a 10. You can't have 2 kids and be a married woman almost, and she's in her 40s. You're not a 10. It's just no. It's just no.
Nobody's
She
life.
was a 10 at a certain point, but not anymore.
I would
Especially
rank
not, you're a 6. You're an
At
adjustable.
best.
You're a 6. You're
At
cute.
best.
You're cute, but in nobody's
At
life
best.
are you a 9 or even close
And
to
the thing
just
is,
Alba,
being a
Beyonce.
6 is a great thing. Like, if you're a woman and you're a 6, that's very good looking. Like, that's 5 is average, and there's nothing wrong with that. And being a 6 is above average. So, like, I don't know why women take that as a fucking diss. It's a compliment. You know what I mean? To be a 7, 8, 9, 10, that means you're on a magazine cover. That means you are, like, on that level where they're paying for your looks. If you're not being paid for your looks, you're just not up there. And there's nothing wrong with that because most people aren't there. That's what we got to realize. There's nothing wrong with being normal, average, who you are, who most of us are.
I would say I'm a 9.
Right, of course.
And that's why she's alone. Like, if a guy were to ask her, "What do you really rate yourself?" and she says, "I'm a 9," as a guy, you're just like, "Wow, this girl thinks that much of herself." That just opens up a whole Pandora's box of other problems. Like, she has a lot of insecurity issues. To rate yourself a 9 when you just said Beyonce's a 10, so you think you're just right below Beyonce. Like, how delusional are you?
I get paid for what I look like.
So did,
I
so
mean,
did,
I made a lot of money based upon
That I don't believe that for a second, but that doesn't really mean anything. I highly doubt that.
what I look like.
so did Wheezy. Wheezy
Right.
got paid for what she looked like. Aunt Esther got paid for what she looked like.
That's not fair.
What do you
It's
mean?
your man.
She's so delusional.
Where are your modeling? Where are your
The
modeling
thing is,
contracts?
she thinks her shit don't stink. That's what it is. She thinks that she is the greatest thing known to man, but she can't keep a man.
If you're an LA9, you should be on the cover of Cosmo.
Right,
You should
exactly
be-
what I
you should
just
be on
said.
the cover of People.
She should be on a
If you're
magazine cover.
LA9,
No, I mean, I've
Okay,
been
ma'am,
in the
I'm-
Maxim Hall.
No, see,
Okay,
backpedaling,
that's-
backpedaling. Oh my god.
fine. Man, how long? You may have a nice
Bro,
body.
look how combative this one conversation is. Can any of y'all imagine having a conversation with this woman? Not even romantically, just talking even about the weather. Do you think you'd even be able to get that far?
But I'm saying that a 6 is cute. Okay, even an adjustable 6. But I'm not gonna put you up there with Beyonce.
Hell
I
no.
wouldn't give you better than Beyonce or Jessica Alba. So you're saying this? Okay, I've been all over the place for saying Saweetie is an adjustable 6. But you,
Saweetie?
yeah, and you're saying that you look better than her.
I would rank Saweetie at about a 9.
Oh my
So
god.
so,
See, like, they overestimate their looks. Like, Sweetie is not a 9, bro. She's just not, like, at all. She's an adjustable 7 at most. Like, 10s are very rare. There's probably, like, 5 10s on this planet. Like, that's what they don't understand. Like, a 10, it's like saying, like, are you a 10 as a basketball player? A 10 would be like LeBron James, Michael Jordan. There's only one of those. You know what I mean? And then there's everyone else. Like, no. Like, people don't understand how ratings work. If you're a 10, if everyone's a 10, then what the hell does anything matter? What does beauty matter? Why do you wear makeup? Like, I just don't get it. It just doesn't make any type of sense. It hurts my head the more I try to, like, compute it.
so you and her, so you and Sweetie going to the same place to pull the same meat.
The answer to that is an absolute and emphatic
Yeah, I just
You
haven't had the
you see how delusional? Oh my god. He's about to grab his face right now. Like, it's bad.
Okay, all right, let's keep on moving.
Yeah.
time.
She wants to
I'm
keep
trying
going with this.
I'm trying to keep you out of this.
He's trying to help her.
because if you, then where's the husband?
Right. That's what I've been
You
saying
You
the
said
whole
you turned
time.
down one. You said
I've been
you
saying
turned
that the whole time, and he finally asked her. Let's see what she says.
down one dude because he has 7 kids by 6 women.
Right. And exactly, that's the option you had to say no to. Where's everyone else? Where are the single guys with no kids at? Why are they not proposing to you?
All right, well,
Because they don't want to deal with your craziness.
you don't get approached. Do you date guys? who are
Bro,
business?
she gets approached. You know this woman gets approached. But once she starts talking, that's the problem. Then that's when she loses the men. It's when she opens her mouth.
Yeah, I mean, it's just, let's see, the last guy that I dated was a rapper.
See, you see how she has a look up? She has that look of stare, that 1,000 cock look of stare in her eye. Like, she has to look down the catalog in her brain of cocks to remember who she is speaking of. Like, this is an absolute 304.
The guy before that, he actually runs a retail company.
Uh-huh.
She's just making that up.
It was before that. I
See,
don't
look at
remember.
her.
Like, I'm
She
with
just
guys
making
like, for a
stuff
long
up.
time. Like, I have my relationships are lasting like 2 years at the minimum.
At the minimum? So you've had how many?
I know.
It doesn't make any sense. It doesn't
I
compute.
have no range.
It doesn't
I have
compute.
no
She has
range.
all these
And that
guys,
should
all these
tell you something
relationships, but
because
they
you're
last
about to run
at
smack
2 years minimum, right? So that means you would have had 5 relationships if you started dating at about high school age till now. But you've had all these relationships, but nothing makes any sense. Like literally, she's making this up as she goes.
Into the wall at 30.
It's a glorious wall.
And the
The
point is,
ain't
man,
nothing glorious about it
I think you're overvaluing yourself.
by a
That's like,
long
doesn't-
shot. Like he is not kidding there by a long shot.
She belongs to the streets.
matter. The point is, you're still talking about men in a very small select group who have not chosen you.
And they're not going to. If they were going to, they would have already.
And asking you about dating men who are in the business sector, and honestly, the vibe you're giving is they're not on your level.
No,
If you could, then you would, but you can't, so you ain't.
it's not that they're not on my level. It's just I go to different things, like from my work and what I do,
So
and the events I go
what?
to.
Bunch of excuses, nothing tangible.
It's like, where am I supposed to meet them?
Go to a bar alone. Go to a restaurant alone. Don't bring your phone. Be engaging. Smile. Wear a handkerchief. Smell good. There's so many ways. Like as a woman, it's so easy to meet a man. If you want to be approached, just go out alone. Go to a restaurant. Go sit at a bar and just be approachable. Look approachable, and men will approach you. Like it's to the point where women don't even know how to be women. They don't know how to attract the other gender. It's like you're asking a 52-year-old man how to be a woman, how to attract the other. Like that's not what he's supposed to do. Your parents should have taught you that at the very least. It should have been natural.
All right, so are you a dog
Like on
person? Or,
eHarmony.
are you a
like
dog person or a cat
businessman
person?
And then the
eHarmony.
first thing she says, online dating. Like, no, go to the real world. Interact with men so you know how to actually speak and you can work on your awkwardness. Because this social awkwardness is just unbecoming. And it's been the entire time. Like you can tell her social skills are way off.
Are you a dog person or a cat person?
I'm a
Yeah.
dog person. I'm a dog.
I bet you do.
Why would you say that?
Because
What's wrong with
You're gonna
dogs?
need some.
there's nothing. I have a whole saying: "Buy a dog and die alone." Because you're the same. You're talking about. I go to these places and that place. Do respect, man. Being in TV, film, cool. You make money, cool. But oftentimes, you ladies get it confused. You confuse your socioeconomic status as to your sexual marketplace value. Those aren't the same.
Because men don't care about your money. Unless he's a broke ass man who's got nothing going for himself and he's planning on living off of you, men don't give a shit about how much you make. Like, you women need to get that through your head. Like, unless you're a millionaire and he's a bum, men don't care. Because you ain't going to spend your money on us anyway. Not a lot of it. Maybe some of it. Not a lot of it, though.
Who make more than you, who look better than you, who go to these same places.
Yeah.
And they're still not married to these guys because these guys aren't picking you. Who do these guys marry?
You see who
They
they
tend
marry.
to
Don't
marry
ask.
average-
Don't. We don't want to hear this now. We see who these men married. They're plastered all over these magazines. They married the 23-year-olds, the 22-year-olds. That's who they marry. Like, come on, let's not act dumb.
Looking women. I'm
No.
telling you, when I see the guys with their wives
And
are fabulous
when do
looking
they
women.
marry these women?
She didn't
When?
make any sense. Yeah, that could have been
No.
earlier in their life. So, meaning that woman looked way better 30, 40 years ago. So, you can't judge them now later in their marriage. Like, she makes no type of sense with anything at all.
I have no idea. I've never really asked.
Oh, they marry him after the million, so they marry him before.
Oh, usually it's
Before.
before the
Thank
million.
Yeah,
you.
that's the point.
Thank you. Thank you.
So, they grow with
Thank
them.
you. They marry him
So
before.
you're
Stop.
saying that
So the
if
so the
marry
point
him-
is, if they're with an ugly person when they're rich, it's because they married them before they got the money. That's the point. So the point is, after they get the money, they usually choose the hottest they can get and the youngest. That's what he's trying to say, but that just seems to escape her.
find a man and build him up.
No. Who's?
What?
Excuse you?
What is she?
Well,
You think
like,
those chicks? You think those chicks built those men?
Hell no.
They had to have
Like
had.
no. She really thinks that those chicks really built those men. No, those chicks waited at the finish line and plucked them off the finish line. That's what happened. There is not a single man out there that made it to where they were that needed anyone. They got there because of their work ethic and how good they were at doing what they do. It's not because of that woman. No, they might make their life easier now, but they didn't. They're not the reason that they made it to where they were. Come on now.
Got some hand in it, right? Like, why would you
Nobody
just marry
makes
a
those mine.
She doesn't make any
You think
sense.
that the men just
She's
build
not-
themselves?
Women aren't going to marry someone who isn't like that someone that doesn't have a future. If you don't have a future, they're not going to take a risk on you. They're just not. If you have no future, you can forget about it.
I think behind every successful man is a strong woman.
Oh, that's a nice little saying that we've heard from somewhere. We don't know where we heard it from, but it's just saying that everyone just likes to say, but it doesn't really compute in relationships.
If you
That's
don't
why.
have a woman,
That is why you. I'm just letting her go, man. This is gold. This is what. This she is a prototypical modern foolish woman. Who built the apartment you're standing in? Was it a crew of women or a crew of men?
well,
We know.
this is a house, and
The
it's a
house-
crew of
Okay,
men.
either way you slice it, who built that? We know the answer to that. Her just buying time.
Who built the car you drive in? A crew of women or a crew of men?
Who
the
built
plumbing, the heating.
everything?
Who built the world you live in? We don't
God
need.
is a woman.
Yeah, okay. You see what
This
we're
is a
dealing with?
fool.
You see what we're dealing with, guys? He said it better than I could. This is a damn fool. Like she's a straight up fool.
God is a woman.
And this is a fool.
Mother
Right.
Earth.
This is a fool.
Oh boy.
She
This
is.
is a fool.
Like if you
Because
ever
I
said
think-
that, like you're disrespecting God, calling him a woman. Like oh my God, that is like so disrespectful. I would like now I see why. Well, I saw before why she's single, but she's just the worst of the worst.
Yeah, no, I'm being dead serious, man.
I'm being serious.
I tried to back it out, but now we're there. You're a fool. You're
No,
a foolish woman. Yes, you are. Because do you think God is a woman? Then why are you
God
in
is
such?
a woman.
Then why are you in such a fucked up position?
What position?
Single.
That's not a bad position.
Really?
Then why are you on
And
the
who
show?
says I'm single?
Unmarried.
Okay,
Dating men who have 6 kids by 7 kids by
Right.
6 women.
that was an ex.
I don't care.
You dated
Being
him,
with
though.
somebody for 2+ years. If God is a woman, you got a problem with God.
No, I think that that's a good thing.
Okay. I swear to God, I didn't pay her, people. I did not pay her. I did not pay her. And this is
Why you got your comments off?
Why do you
Look,
care?
I'm trying to be nice to you, but don't make me go there, okay?
Why she wouldn't let the comment?
Is that your child?
No, it's my sister.
Bullshit.
I'm
You know
really
that's
trying to
her,
be nice to
you
you.
know that's her child.
I'm really trying to be nice, but what you're
You
showing
know that's
is
hers.
the entitlement of modern women. And then when you guys start losing the conversation, you start becoming little catty girls. Bottom line is, man, because bottom line, man, at almost 30 years old, even if you have a career, okay, you cannot get what it is you say you want. Maybe the kind of men you're going after don't
Don't
want
want you.
the kind of woman you are.
That's what it is.
Yeah, I can
So in
see
other
that,
words, you got work to do. You ain't as perfect as you think you are.
but it's just I don't go after men. Like I don't live my life to date or to find a man.
Well, then just die alone. Buy a dog, die alone. You ain't gonna be giving us any strife. We're not gonna lose sleep over it.
That's not what I don't live for that. So the people that I've dated are just people that I just mingled with and met multiple times, hung out with. They asked me out, they pursued me, whatnot.
Cool.
But I just
Cool.
don't go after.
Cool, and that's fine, and that ends in casual dating, having fun, sex.
A lot of sex.
but then
But,
you're
but
almost-
what's gonna happen when you get old and ugly and no one wants to have sex with you anymore? Then what do? You don't think about that part though, right? We just think about when we're young and cute. That's it.
30 in a few minutes? You'll be 35. Next thing you know, if you want to have children, where this kid's gonna come from? You want to have
Do
children?
you think that women
No,
should be living
no.
their lives to find a man?